What's good, YouTube? My name is Mark,
My name is Alexis.
and this is our YouTube channel called The
Couples Corner.
Today, we're going to be talking about something that happened last week. The passing of legendary Lakers star Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and as well as the 7 other people that were lost in the tragedy. It took a while for me to do this video. Sorry we didn't do a video last week. It was just, as not just me, but like a lot of people who knew of Kobe or was a fan of Kobe was hit pretty hard. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really one of the people that will like show emotion, but I just felt like numb hearing it. How I found out, Alexis was in the restroom and she was scrolling her phone and she saw I think an article or something like that, or somebody posted.
It was on like Facebook or something.
Yeah, on Facebook, and she said that Kobe passed away. And I'm like, what? And then right after she said those words, my sister called me and said, "Yo, did you hear what happened with Kobe Bryant?" And I'm like, "He died." I'm like, and then I stood up and I just was like, still, because it's like some people you don't think is gonna ever die.
Right.
And he was somebody who, he just retired in 2016. He was starting his second career, being a writer, creator. He won an Oscar for his first short story in 2018. And so he was striving in that field. And then, you start hearing about his daughter. You hear that she's nice, that she has the mom mentality and everything. And before, he wasn't coming to any games. He wasn't really coming to any games. But from what I've read, she asked to go to games, and it's like he was able to, you could see that she was absorbing his knowledge. Like when it came down to, when they would just show them on the sideline, him explaining, okay, this, that, and the third, you could tell that she was just soaking it all in.
So, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
So, as a fan, like, how did you feel like in that moment? Like, when you first heard me tell you, like, how did you feel? Like, at that exact moment? In them first, like, couple days, how did you feel?
I was just hoping that it was going to be a hoax, because a lot of times you get hoax.
That's what I thought too.
And it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, when I first read it, I thought that it was a hoax because they've done that to a lot of celebrities. So I was just like, it's no way. It's no way.
And like, it took me a while, because it's like, and Alexis saw it on my face. It was just like, it's not one of those people, like I don't really show a lot of emotion, and that one kind of provoked some kind of emotion. Like, really, I was really numb. I ain't gonna front, I did cry a little bit watching Alicia Keys and Boyz II Men sing
So hard to say goodbye.
yeah, So Hard to Say Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, I need to let whatever is bothering me about the situation go.
Mm-hmm.
And I have trouble with that. But yeah, I'm in a better headspace now than I was a week ago. But yeah, I started watching basketball in about the 96-97 season. I heard of Kobe Bryant, but again, my first introduction to basketball was Michael Jordan from Space Jam, and so I was watching the Bulls every time they would come on Channel 4, NBC. That's in New York. It's a different channel down here, NBC, on Sunday afternoons and Sunday nights. And the following year, I'm hearing Kobe's the next Jordan, this, that, and the third. So of course that piqued my interest. So I'm seeing this kid, 19 years old. He was coming off the bench when he first started. He was coming off the bench when he became an all-star. And you could just tell, like when you're a basketball player, you could tell who is going to be nice. You could tell they just need that. They just need that break to show who they really are, and you could just tell, like watching. I'll never forget it. It's just watching it and taping that game. He was, even Jordan was giving it to him, but Kobe was not backing down. That's like my first memory of Kobe, as well as there's other memories of Kobe. Him, breaking records, him having the 81-point game, January 22nd, 2006. Yeah. And just seeing him do all these great things on the basketball court. Like I said, it's just still hard to believe that he's gone. Because not only I grew up watching him, but while the tail end of his career, he started opening up. He started, giving you jewels, giving you like stuff that you could think of, as far as putting into your life, Mamba mentality, which is, it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey, and what you could take from that journey to make you stronger. And it's just, it still hurts. It still hurts because it's like putting Kobe Bryant and death in the same sentence. It's not something that,
especially like at 41. Like he not. It's just like one of the things where you feel like he had more stuff to accomplish, even though he already accomplished stuff. You just feel like, he just had another child. His baby not gonna even know him because the baby not even born, But it's just like, I guess Vanessa, she has so much that she can tell her now. Like, your dad was this great person. He was a great father. He was a great husband. He was a great player. Like, he was just somebody who could be your best friend. Even if you didn't know him, you felt like, okay, he cool. Like, I feel like I could talk to him. Like,
yeah, it's like I'm not. I don't want to go too much into the video, but like it's just countless memories of Kobe.
So as a fan, like, what would you, if you would have gotten to meet him, like, what would you have told him about how he's changed your life, or
just not to give up. Like, we all go through struggles, and like, I know he's going through struggles in life and stuff like that.
Right.
But his determination to not only fall down, but to get right back up and say, "Come get me again." Like, just I'm ready. Just like he was a fighter, and he will be missed. And it's sad because it's like, can't even go, like, it's, you can go on social media now, you'll still see a lot of rest in peace Kobe, and also to the 7 survivors as well as his daughter. Not gonna forget them as well, because those families were also affected as well. So our prayers and condolences goes to the family. And just, I don't know. I'll probably do two more memories, Kobe, and I'll just try to cut through. I try to cut the fat as much as possible. I remember 2000. Watching the playoffs, and it was Game 7 of the 2000 Western Conference Finals, where he was playing against the Portland Trailblazers. And that day, I believe me and the fam was at Six Flags, and we was coming home, listening to the game. Now we was able to listen to basically the whole game, because from Jersey to New York to where we resided was like about 2 hours, probably 2+ hours. So we was able to basically hear the game. And like, I wish I was able to see the game at that time, but just to like hear like, Kobe having the ball at top of the key, him crossing up Pippen, going into the lane, throwing up to Shaq. You knew he was special then, but you definitely knew that there was no stopping them, because Portland was a really great team that year, and it took everything for them to beat them that year. And of course, they went to the finals, beat Indiana for their first title. Of course, they three-peated, beat the Philadelphia the following year, and then beat New Jersey. Came up short 2004. So that was one memory. But the second memory I remember vividly, Mamba Day, April 13th, 2016. His last game against the Utah Jazz. This man was broken down. You could tell like he was not the same Kobe. So you thinking his last game is going to be probably a light 20 points, him struggling from the field. He did shoot a lot. He shot about like 50 times. But I was on YouTube and somebody was streaming the game. And just seeing him just, at 30, like 37, 38. He was around 37, 38. He was just giving it to them. Like it was like once he got the ball, he was gonna put it up. He was like, listen, this is my last game. You don't have to worry about it, because I'm gonna take it over. This man dropped 60 points in his last game. Usually people in their last game,
that's crazy,
they drop like a 20 maybe.
But not even that it was his last game. We talking about in general. The average person don't make 60 points in that.
Yeah, so it's just like seeing that, and just like him having that speech after the game, stuff like that. It was just like the feeling in the arena. You could feel the energy in the arena during that game, because it was like, even though it was the end of Kobe, but it was like a movie. It was just like he went out on top, even though that team was not making the playoffs. He was just like, I'm gonna go out my way. And I think I saw a quote from Shaq, and he said, "I bet you won't score 50." This man dropped 60. So it's just like,
I wonder if they bet on that.
But it's just, yeah. It's still, I don't know. Yeah. But, but that's like one of the few memories I have of Kobe. And I know you didn't really watch basketball, so
I mean,
you heard
I
of
heard
him.
things of, and I used to always joke about, oh, they used to say Kobe was a ball hog, whatever. But now that I've seen like things, I realize that he was just a very dedicated person because he loved basketball. Like when you love something, you want to be the best at it, and sometimes you feel like you picking up other people's slack because you might feel like you're doing like better, like more than them, and you like, okay, well, damn, it's like all these people on the team, and I'm doing everything. Like, and that's just the kind of person he was. From my understanding of reading and hearing things, he was just very, very dedicated, and he was very into it, like perfection, like it's that Virgo perfectionism. Like they have to be perfectionists. Like they have to do everything like this. It has to be their way. So, but I mean, I guess it has to be a good thing because look at all the achievements and accomplishments he did. In that time he played for like a long time. Like, and a lot of people can't stay good the whole time. Like a lot of people, they get progressively worse as they get about to retire. But he pretty much stayed pretty consistent in playing. But yeah, it was one of those situations where it was like really, really shocking, very, very, very shocking. And I feel for Vanessa. I feel for all the families. It's sad to lose a child and a husband at the same time. Like I can imagine what she's going through. But remember mentality, huh?
Yeah, so it's like it's going to be sad. Also weekend, they're going to do some tributes for Kobe. Um, I the strength that NBA players had to play that Sunday, an hour or two after hearing about Kobe and seeing the emotions
Right.
that everybody went through. Because you could see like Devin Booker, he was like visibly like shook.
Right.
Tyson Chandler, he was visibly shook. PJ Tucker, countless other players, just like shaking up because, like you said, it's we all know we're gonna die, but you know you didn't expect that. You don't expect somebody like Kobe to die, especially so viciously.
The way it happened.
Like I say, it's not. The God told him, you did your time. Come on home, but it still hurts. And then, Shaq said something that really touched me. When he was talking about Kobe, he was going to be like, it's sad that when he gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, that, with Kobe's sense of humor, he's going to be like, he's always competitive. So he's going to be like, Shaq got 4, I got 5. he'll, just, it would have been great to hear what he would have said in his Hall of Fame speech because like he's supposed to be in the Hall of Fame this year. And this class with him, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, those are the headliners. Like it's going to be sad hearing anything about Kobe from here on out. But I don't know what else more I could say about the video. If you have anything else you want to say about it, but I don't know. It's just my mind is just. It's like I said, it's better than it was last week. it's just still.
This is mainly
heavy.
like a venting session. So I'll let Mark speak his truth experience about, what Kobe meant to him.
Yeah.
So I guess that's gonna be it, right? Unless you have something else.
I don't really have any much else to say, but again, my sincerest condolences and goes out to the families, everybody that passed in that helicopter crash, and I pray that y'all could eventually move on a little bit, get stronger from this. I know it's a big hole to try to fill, but I'm just at a loss of words for it. But we'll eventually be all right. It's just gonna take time, longer for others, especially the people that was affected. But we'll pull through and get stronger. So, close out. All right. So, thank you for hearing us talk about this subject. Sorry again. We're gonna be back to regular scheduled programming.
Don't forget to comment,
like,
share, and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, please put them down there in the comments.
And make sure you hit the bell when you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell
so you can get the notifications, please.
Yeah,
thank you.
Please, because yeah, we didn't forget about y'all. We just
had to take it's a little emotional weekend last week.
So,
but see you next time.
Peace.